My name is Thomas Evans. I'm a UKIP member of nearly 4 years who lives on the south coast. I've just seen an article in the Independent newspaper with regards to Nigel Farage being forced to pay out £100,000 after supposedly falsely claiming that Hope Not Hate have violent tendencies and violent elements to them. This claim is absolutely 100% true. I attended a UKIP conference event featuring Nigel Farage on the 3rd of June 2013 at Hove Town Hall. And at the event outside were some fairly aggressive protesters who were chanting Hope Not Hate, had Hope Not Hate banners. I tried to attend the meeting and was stopped from entering after being spat at and jostled. Bearing in mind I'm a disabled individual, I use crutches in both hands because my balance is so poor. I was spat at in the direction of and physically pushed. I was verbally abused, as were other individuals at the event. Now, Hope Not Hate can deny that these elements were there all that they like and that they they don't attract this kind of element, but the simple fact is I have experienced this and I spoke about it at the time. In fact, I sent UAF, who had protesters elements there, and Hope Not Hate an email at the time saying that this had happened and that I would appreciate some kind of response to it. Now, when I sent this email and form of open letter to Hope Not Hate in particular, I sent a copy of it to their Twitter account. I was immediately blocked, and Nick Lowles contacted me on Twitter openly and said that he wasn't aware of any individuals who were there representing Hope Not Hate. Now, whether you admit to having people there or not, people representing Hope Not Hate or not, the simple fact is people were there who were claiming to represent Hope Not Hate, who were there representing the brand. At the time when I reported it, Hope Not Hate and UAF didn't condemn it in the slightest. They said absolutely nothing with regards to my treatment, which was violent, both physically and verbally. And this follows Hope Not Hate and UAF around. You can't turn around and suggest that political parties are intolerant based on the individuals that they attract, and then turn around and ignore the elements that you attract, i.e. Hope Not Hate and UAF. Now, I don't know how much publicity this video that I'm doing is going to get, but I just wanted to speak out from a personal point of view and say absolutely yes, Hope Not Hate have had violent elements to them. They have attracted violence, whether they like to admit it or not, and I have witnessed it and bore the brunt of it. So I find it utterly disgraceful that Nigel Farage has had to pay this sum of money out, and that the Hope Not Hate and Nick Lowles in particular are currently boasting about winning this legal case on social networking sites. They can boast about it all that they like, but I am living proof that Hope Not Hate and UAF have attracted elements to their protests counter to a democratic political party that have turned both verbally and physically violent. I'm not entirely sure what threat a at the time, 29, 30-year-old disabled individual could pose to protesters. I don't understand what, opinion or behaviour warrants being spat at, which is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the most cowardly forms of attack you can conduct on a person, regardless of whether you disagree with them or not. If you disagree with somebody or not, you should be able and capable of debating with them in a civilised manner. Now, there are videos on YouTube following the event where UKIP members came outside and attempted to talk to these individuals, and none of them attempted to debate any of the issues UKIP were raising. They just screamed in their faces, and as I've said, my experience at the back, I'm just disappointed at this court finding, and I would hope that rather than boasting about this, Hope Not Hate and UAF condemn all forms of political violence, whether it be from their own supporters or from anybody else on the political spectrum, whether it be on the left or the right of politics. Surely, as I've said, we should be able to sit down and debate issues instead of accusing people with valid concerns of being racist or intolerant or bigoted. Now, the definition of a bigot is a person who shows intolerance to a group or individual's opinions. Now, Hope Not Hate and UAF in the past have shown clear intolerance to people who have concerns about mass migration or Islamic extremism. I'm not talking about opposing racism or xenophobia. I'm talking about the sustainability of mass migration. When you look at figures like 100,000 net as a direct result of immigration to London per year, and the housing strains and the transportation strains that happen in London, and you look at the rise of Islamic extremism in Europe over the last 2 years in particular, there are very serious issues that need debating, and UKIP, whether you like to admit it, have tried to debate. I'm not denying that individuals within UKIP have said intolerant things, and I would hope that UKIP, and have witnessed that UKIP have taken action against such individuals. It's just ridiculous, though. We can't sit down and have a conversation about this. And organisations and political parties on the left and the right cannot admit that they attract intolerant individuals that people on the left and the right should oppose. Absolutely. So I just hope that following my publication of this video, that some conversation can start, and this pathetic attempt at point scoring off of each other will cease. I don't want to attend UKIP meetings in the future and fear for my health and my safety. I've had to cancel going to other UKIP events because of fears for my safety and my health. And I have attended an additional UKIP event in Port Slade where I witnessed anti-Semitism being chanted at a Jewish community centre that was hosting the UKIP event. I find it utterly disgraceful that people can't air their views without threat of physical or verbal abuse. And whether you're on the left or the right of politics, you should oppose this.